Hi children, welcome back to physics of your 10th class. Let us start with a resistors, resistance, main focus on series combination of resistors and parallel combination of resistors. Here we are system of resistors. Before we start with, let's recall what is resistor. A resistor is a wire which has got appreciable resistance. What? It's a piece of wire which has got appreciable resistance. Means the resistance offered by that wire is not too low or not too high. That wire is simply called as a resistor. You know, the resistance, as we discussed in the last class, is obstruction offered by conducting materials to the flow of current, or ability of a conductor to oppose the flow of current. Here, even conductor will have some resistance. Insulators will have resistance. Insulator, you know what is an insulator? Yeah, you are right. It's a wire or a substance which does not allow current to flow, right? Does not allow. Means a little of current is also opposed. Means what? The substance is opposing the flow of current. And that means opposing ability, we call it as resistance. So insulators oppose the flow of current completely. 100% of the current will be not flowing. Not even 1%. Insulators are those substances which has got an infinity resistance, resistance of infinite resistance. Resistance offered by insulators are infinite, whereas conductors will have some resistance. It will not allow all the current which is supplied to the substance. Depending upon the substance, the resistance varies. Conductors will have least resistance. A conductor with zero resistance is termed as superconductor. A conductor with zero resistance is called a superconductor. Whereas a conducting wire which has got a little appreciable resistance is termed as a resistor. And the insulator is that which has got a resistance of infinite. Okay, then here just recall all the very basic things of the lesson as you know it. I, electric current. What do you mean? Rate of flow of charges, that is I equal to Q by T. And we have what? V equal to W by Q, which refers what? V for potential. How can you define? A rate work done in bringing unit positive charge from infinity to a point in an electric field is potential at that point, that is V equal to W by Q. And the potential difference is difference between potential between 2 points in an electric field. Both the formula V is W by Q. And you know V equal to IR is what? What is V equal to IR? Is the formula for? Yes, connecting Ohm's law. Ohm's law is the very basic important topic of the lesson we told now. What is that? Can you recall? At constant temperature, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference between the two ends of a conductor. Okay, we also discussed ohmic conductors. What are ohmic conductors? Those obey Ohm's law. And the graph is, VA graph is straight line. For non-ohmic, those don't obey Ohm's law. Example, silicon, semiconductors, transistors, diodes, etc. And the graph for VA graph of non-ohmic conductors, it's nothing but a curve, but not a straight. Okay. So, in the last class, we also discussed what is called a resistivity. This is also called a specific resistance, which we denote with, was that rho, R-H-O, rho. What is rho? Specific resistance. Resistance offered by any substance of unit volume is referred as resistivity of that substance. Are you getting it? And its SI units, ohm meters. What are SI units? Ohm meters. And the formula for rho is RA by L. R, resistance. A, area of cross section. L, length. If you consider a conductor of length L, of area of cross section A, its resistivity can be calculated by using the formula rho equal to RA by L. This is what we have learned in the last class. Do you remember? Right? In the electricity lesson 1. What we got is rho equal to RA by L. Rho equal to RA by L. And then A is, as you know it, what are the two factors? There are two factors that, very important question it is. Resistance is directly proportional to its length. Resistance is inversely proportional to its area of cross section. If 1 meter length having 10 ohms resistance, 2 meters length, same material will have 20 ohms resistance. 3 meters length, same material will have 30 ohms resistance. That's what directly proportionality. So if you extend, area of cross section is inversely proportional, meaning if area of cross section is halved, it means it has become very thin. Suppose here is a conducting material of, this is the area of cross section, but I made it half, I cut it, it became thin. The area of cross section became half. Then what will happen to its resistance? Here is somewhat thick. It is A area of cross section, but it is A by 2 area of cross section. Then resistance will be inversely proportional. As it became half, resistance will be double. Here is the 10 ohms when the area of cross section is A. Then here it becomes 20 ohms as area of cross section became half. Area of cross section, let us think, it became A by 4. Then resistance becomes 4 times 40 ohms. Okay. So based on silly problems will be there. We'll be talking to you about the numericals. Now you understand the concept. So today we are focusing about series connection of resistors. In the series connection of resistors is like connecting end by end. Resistors are connected end to end. This type of connection we call it as series connection. Resistors can be connected in two types. One is series and the other one is in parallel. The first one we are talking about series connection. So here is a small circuit. As you know it, this is simple for the resistor. There are 3 resistors, R1, R2, R3. These 3 are connected in series and in turn. So in the series connection, the resistor R1, R2, R3 are connected end to end. Here is the small simple circuit we have in which R1, R2, R3 are connected to two cells means a battery. Let us consider some 6 volts of cells are connected, and here is a plug key. If I keep a dot, it is closed circuit, and here is an ammeter. So here we have got an observation. We allow the current to flow through the circuit and close the circuit and note down the reading of ammeter. And the next case, that is case 1. Second case, ammeter is connected here. We have noted the current in the circuit, and here we have noted the we have kept the ammeter connection and note the current passing through it, and then place here and note on the current, and here you place, means every time we are changing the position of ammeter and noting down the current in the circuit. As you know it, what is that? What is the function of ammeter? It gives the current passing through the circuit. So for the different positions of the ammeter with the same circuit, we get every time the reading in the ammeter as same. This gives an idea for us when we connect the resistors in parallel series connection. When we connect the resistors in series connection, the current passing through each of the resistor is same. In series connection, the current passing through each of the resistor is same. That's what we have got a small conclusion. And also one more observation we have to make while series connection is concerned. This time we will take a voltmeter and we connect here. Let us say here is voltmeter 1, here voltmeter 2, and voltmeter 3, V3 are connected. V1, V2, V3 voltmeters are connected at each of the resistors, and close the circuit. Observe the V1 reading, V2 reading, V3 reading, and also you know what is the voltage supplied, that is 6 volts. And if you observe V1, V2, V3 and V, we will come to a conclusion that supplied voltage like 6 volts means you will get, this is applied, okay, V, maybe 2 volts V1, 3 volts V2, 1 volt V3. Here V1 plus V2 plus V3 gives V. What is the next observation we made is, first we made with the ammeter at different positions. In the second issue, to know about voltage, how it is changing in each of the resistor, means it is changing in such a way that applied voltage is equal to the sum of the voltages or potential difference across each of the resistors. We understand that when resistors are connected in series, then V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, meaning when we come across each of the resistors, the V value varies. It is not fixed. Whereas I value remains same. These are the two observations why the resistors are connected in series. When the resistors are connected in series, then I constant but V varies. With our observation, with a trial circuit connecting 3 resistors in series and battery, closed a plug key and ammeter, what are the observations we made? In each of the resistors, the current passing is same, but V is varying such a way that the total V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, whereas I equal to I1 equal to I2 equal to I3. So while the resistors are in series connection, we must mind two very important points. What are that? V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. I equal to I1 equal to I2 equal to E3. In other words, it is series connection. In series connection, I is there, I remains constant. In series connection, I remains constant, but V varies. I remains constant where? In all the three resistors, same current flows. Okay, but V1 is the potential difference between the two terminals of resistor 1 is different from V2, that is potential difference between two terminals of the resistor 2. V3, potential difference between two terminals of the resistor 3. This V1 is not equal to V2 not equal to V3, but V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. With the small activities we understand. But our task is to derive RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Series combination. What is the resultant resistance when three resistors are connected in series? We have to prove the resultant resistance is R1 plus R2 plus R3. That is the task of the day now. What we need to prove? Now, like we discussed with what is I across each resistor, what is V across each resistor when the resistors are connected in series connection. Now, what is the net resistance? What is the total resistance? If three resistors of R1, R2, R3, three resistors, suppose here is one resistor, here is another resistor, here is another resistor, R1, R2, R3. Maybe this is 2 ohms, maybe this is 3 ohms, maybe this is 4 ohms. These 4 ohm resistors in a circuit, they got connected serially. Then what is the net resistance? What is the net resistance? 2 ohms. Actually, only one resistor is there, it is 2 ohms. But 2 ohms, 3 ohms, 2 resistors connected. Then what will be the effect? 4 ohms. 3 resistors when you put, what happened to the total resistance? You know, only one is there, 2 ohms. But 3 is there, the total resistance in the circuit. If 3 is there, total resistance in the circuit, what will happen? In fact, as we already know the formula, right? Rs equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So, in place here, 2 ohms, 3 ohms, 4 ohms seriously connected. So, what will be the net resistance here? 2 plus 3 plus 4. Total 9 ohms, right? 9 ohms. That means, instead of using a circuit with 3 resistors, we can use another circuit with a resistor. What is the answer we got? 9 ohm. 9 ohm resistor, one we can connect, right? It's a cell, and here is a plug key and an ammeter, right? Like this, the current flows. So, instead of connecting 2 ohm, 3 ohm, or 4 ohm, we can connect only one resistor with 9 ohm. Getting it? So, what is like, how can we substitute these three with a single resistor of what ohms? 9 ohms in series connection. In series connection, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm, instead of using these three, you can use only one resistor of 9 ohms. So, how do you get this 9 ohms? By adding it. Why should we add this? This formula we have to take. In series connection, whenever we want to get an equivalent resistance of of three resistors is Rs equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. But that formula, how do we get it? That one we have to study in detail. We should get that formula. That is like derivation for you. One of the important derivations. What is the task now? When we connect two or more resistors, suppose three resistors in series connection, what will be the resultant resistance of those three resistors? What is the formula? Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, that is the formula what we have to derive, right? So for this we have to arrange, let us consider three resistors with resistance. Let us connect three resistors R1, R2, R3 in series. R1, R2, R3. Three resistors connected in series and get connected with a cell. It should be connected with a plug key and then an ammeter. Ammeter measures what? Current in the circuit. Okay? But before we discuss this, to derive Rs equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, we have discussed what will be the I in the series combination of resistors. What is V? We have discussed, right? What we discussed in the series combination of resistors, I remains constant. Here also when we place the ammeter, we are getting same value, no? That means same amount of current is passing through, no? So in the resistor 1, I1 is the current passing, resistor 2, I2 is the current passing, resistor 3, I3 is the current passing. But what happens as I in resistors common, we say I equal to I1 equal to I2 equal to I3, the same current, and comes to V. If here first resistor voltage, potential difference across its terminals, here V2, here V3, third resistor. So we know that in parallel combination of in series combination of resistors, the same current flows through each of the resistors, and the potential difference applied is equal to the sum of the potential difference across each resistors. V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. In series connection is concerned, two very important points we have to mind. What are they? I remains same and V varies. In other words, the V is V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay. Now, what do we know here? What we should write? We know that in series combination of resistors, the total potential difference applied is equal to sum of the potential difference of each of the resistors. That is V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. But we also know what we know, Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So what we can write in place of V? IR. But here series connections, no? So let us write I into RS. V equal to IR is the Ohm's law. Then V1 means I1 R1. V2 means I2 R2. V3 means I3 R3. Since Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, we know in series connection V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. But according to Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So I into RS we took here because that is the resultant resistance, total resistance in the circuit. Then V1 is I1 R1 plus V2 is I2 R2, V3 is I3 R3. Now we also know that in series connection I equal to I1 plus equal to I2 equal to I3. So let us replace I1 by I R1, I R2, I2 also I3 also I. Now here I common, R1 plus R2 plus R3. Here IRS. First we started with, in series combination of resistors, applied voltage equal to voltage across first resistor, voltage across two terminals of second resistor plus potential difference across the two terminals of the potential difference between two terminals of the resistors 3. V2 potential difference between two terminals of the resistor 2. V1 means potential difference between two terminals of the resistor 1. So when we know that V equal to IR, we substitute here V equal to IRS. S refers what? Series connection. Total resistance in series connection. That's why we are telling it as IRS. V1 equal to I1 R1, I2 R2, I3 R3 because of Ohm's law. Now, in series connection, I equal to I1 equal to I2 equal to I3. So replace I1 by I, I2 by I, I3 by I. And then we got I common. So we have taken common. Now here IRS equal to I of R1 plus R2 plus R3. So we can cancel I. Then we will be left with RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 is the total resistance in the series combination of the resistors. So net resistance is RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. What is that? RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Did you get it, children? One of the importance. And then we'll go for parallel combination of resistors. These two are important. Sometimes they'll be asking only diagram to draw. How can you connect three resistors in an electric circuit? Simple, for 3 marks. Okay, how we are connecting? End to end we have to connect three resistors, and they should be given connected to a battery, plug key, ammeter. Ammeter must always be connected in series in the circuit, whereas voltmeter must be connected in parallel. Got it? So the formula is RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Let us discuss the parallel combination of resistors. So today we learnt about series combination of resistors, and in the next class we'll be learning about how do we connect three resistors in parallel connection, and what will be the current, what will be the voltage, and what will be the net resistance while connecting the resistors in parallel. And also we'll be learning about heating effect of electric current. What we'll be discussing? Parallel combination of resistors and heating effect we'll be discussing in the next session. Okay? You follow the homework. Every day I am giving it. So tomorrow also you need to do the homework, and I am giving it as connection with the topic what we discussed. And you tell to your friends also who have not watched, let them tune to the Bharati Vidya Bhavan YouTube channel and follow the sessions, do the homework regularly, and if you have any doubts you can contact me over WhatsApp or phone. Thank you.